Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at a property with a huge spread, anywhere from 200 to about $400,000 in profit. It's a very easy fix and flip because it doesn't need any major repairs. I think the biggest repair is going to be the changing of the landscaping feature. It doesn't have any landscaping. It doesn't have any of that curb appeal. And we have a lot of stuff in here that's kind of old, like the gold knobs and stuff like that. We have some paint touch-ups. Some rooms have been painted and we're missing some molding. Nothing big, super easy to do, but let's go through it right now. We're going to be running through facts. The first thing I like to take a look at is to make sure that property is not flooded. So we go over to FEMA.gov. Here is pinpointed here. You can type in the address, do it yourself. I also have it on our links at US Prime Lending. I'll put a link on it now so you can review for yourself. It does not in a flood zone, never flooded, recently built. Second, I like to take a look at tax values. Here we have a total value of 1.138 million, and they get that, but it's not a magical number or because it's a super nice house. They get it because of comparable sales nearby that have hit that mark. And since we're talking about comparable sales, now we're going to be talking about the report, and let's bring that up here. So here's the property here, and we're gonna be looking at the photos in detail in a second, but we're gonna be going through facts first. That's the first thing we're gonna be going through is facts. So listing price, it's recommending here, just on the sales that have happened just recently, $1 to $2 million. But we're getting it so cheap at $700,000. My recommendation is to go in, change the gold knobs, change the paint in some regions that have been painted purple, whatever the hell that color is. But the tile's good, the roof is good, everything is good. The landscaping needs to be changed. So we need to spend about $20,000 on landscaping alone. You're going to see why when we look in here. A good thing to look at is $300 minimum per foot, and we have 4,700 square feet of living space here. Living space is defined by air-conditioned space. So we're looking at cosmetic changes only, about 50 to 60,000. Hell, let's put 75 out there. This is hard money loan approved at US Prime Lending because it's already been through the system and through underwriting. We've already done an analysis for another person that couldn't get the down payment. So the financing is already done. In fact, we'll probably give you the money if your credit is A1. We'll give you the money to fix it as well. This is something that we look at is how many days you expect to look on the market versus the pricing. So here at 1 million all the way to $2 million, you'll sit there for a while. But for around 1 million, you should be selling in about 16 days after you do these changes. And we'll take a look at that. We're gonna look at this report, by the way, is on the link here at US Prime Lending. These are not these are hardcore facts, so any realtor can pull this data and be verified. Let's take a look here. So if you take a look at the report at 1502 Pine Chase Drive, that one is the most comparable at 1.2 million. It's almost the identical house, but they added some brickwork to the center part, and then added some very cheap stuff and some great landscaping. That's what it takes here to sell that landscaping. We got to bring that buyer in. And this property has horrible landscaping, but we do have sales all the way to 2.15 million in that same little area, same subdivision around. I mean, very close. So it's like a no-brainer for you guys are getting started in. Now you will need 20% down. That's the only problem we're having with people is that they don't have $140,000, $200,000 to put down on a house. See, they want you to put skin in the game. The lender wants you to put skin in the game. They want you to be at risk somehow so they can put that fire on your ass. So many people want this property, but they don't have that $200,000 to put down. So you definitely need that. At the bare minimum, $140,000. Okay, so these values, they kind of like stick. This is like a spreadsheet of the values. 1 million. We're going to be getting dirt cheap around 700. You got holding costs around 40,000 and repair costs 70. I'm going worst case scenario. And holding costs, for those that don't know, is that you have to pay the payment on it. So 10% interest, it's a hard money loan. You're looking at $5,000 times 6 months. We're thinking worst case scenario. And then, you know, it's something that might come up. So $40,000. That still leaves you with $200,000 in profit at the minimum sale of $995. Then what else is here? Some other good values, what you're looking at in the neighborhood. All this stuff is for your review. I don't want to hold you up. CMA Pro Report. Now these are sold listings. It's so important to not only look at what's active, because active properties, anybody can put any house up for $1 billion if they want to. It's their right. But if it sells, and like a house, if it sells for $1 billion, it's subject to the appraisal. The appraisal is the person who goes and lets the bank hires them to let them know that the property is worth that much money. So it has to appraise, and that just goes to all you sellers out there that you want a lot for your property. And you better have facts that support that, because the appraiser is the one who defines that sales price at the end. Because if it says, oh, this property is only worth $200,000, you know, where are you getting this figure? The bank say, well, I won't lend on it if it's won't appraise. And then you just lost a lot of days on market, lots of headache. So it's always great. It's always, you have to price right. There's no, I mean, you have to. And you can thank the recession of that. SMA Pro Report, just some more graphs you can see here. Average prices, you got that $1 million here, high of $2 million. The median price is $1.5 million. But we're going to be going in, we're going to be looking, thinking about dollars and money. Hardcore, $200,000. You get in, you fix that stuff, and get the hell out. You know, easy out, in and out. And that's what I kind of recommend. If you got a lot of money and you're like a millionaire, then okay, fine. Go in there, spend about $150,000, $200,000, and you'll get, you know, $500,000 in a return. But all this report is available to you, and I also have a street view here. It tells you the statistics. It's a 4,700 square foot house, minimum price per foot. And I recommended, this is my report, I'm recommending $995. That's my personal real estate broker report. This is a map view, just saying, it's just it's a half a mile radius. And this is the same thing appraiser will look at. They're going to be looking at square footage, the lot size, the year built, the condition, and the area. Make sure they're all close by. That goes for any kind of sale, actually. So that's about it. Check the flood zone. The flood zone is here. I'll put a link there as well. You can do the FEMA. You got the report. You got the pictures. You got the videos, and it's all at usprimelending.com. Alan Jimenez, real estate broker and commercial mortgage broker. Been doing it for 15 years. So I hope you guys enjoy the report, and let's make some money, both of us together. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.